All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS rule well. Peace, salutation, like Akim on the four corners, pushing the truth for sincerity. Peace be unto you. Shalom. I'm going to title this lesson simply Subconsciousness. Subconsciousness. Now I'm not talking about no Dr. Umar Johnson, African Hotep, vibration, chakras, and all that weirdo ism. You know, I'm simply talking about in the essence, subconscious. The subconscious is and I'm not even going to a definition, a Webster definition, is almost like your spirit because the word sub is under. So if like a sub-zero means below zero. Submarine is a ship that's below maritime time, or let me stop being all complicated. Sub is marine is something that's a ship that's below water. So sub means below. Now your conscious is basically you being aware. You know, as I'm sitting right here doing a video, I'm looking ahead of me. I'm see first thing that's catching my eye that I'm looking at is this little jar. Well, not really a jar. It's this bottle, an empty water bottle that I put loose change in, specifically non-pennies and loose dollars. So my conscious is looking at this. Now, subconscious is not going to be something that your subconscious is going to be more so like something that you're not necessarily looking at, but you are somewhat, I guess, aware of it. I know I'm doing a terrible job of explaining this. I'm trying to find a better way to explain this. All right, your subconscious is basically the thoughts in the back of your head, like that thought that you can't get off the tip of your tongue. Those memories that you have that you don't quite remember, but your memory could be jogged by an event, you know, but it's in there, but it's not towards the forefront. You know, your subconscious is basically what you're aware of, but it's not at the forefront. All right, and I take a lot of pride in myself, is that I do a lot of meditation, meditating at work, meditating while I'm just driving, meditating while I'm just sitting. Be driving, and the point of my meditation is for my subconscious and my conscious to basically be intertwined. So anything that's in my subconscious mind, I want it to be, I'm trying to get it brought to my conscious mind. Because once my conscious mind is aware of what my subconscious mind is thinking, I now then can articulate it, you know, and speak it. You know, your subconscious mind, that thing you can't put your finger on, about something about that guy I can't put my finger on. But the way you put your finger on it is through your conscious mind being observative and assertive, and at the things that make something different. And when you can zone in your conscious mind and visually see and be assertive of it, now you can articulate it. That's what I couldn't put my finger on about that guy. So once my spider senses start tingling, now I try to use my other senses, the the hear, the smell, taste, touch. Because it's like you really do got like a sixth sense, or whatever you call it, sixth, seventh, whatever, sixth sense. And I'm trying to my best to bring that to the forefront. Because sometimes your subconscious mind could not be your subconscious, because your subconscious mind ain't always right. I want to say, just like your conscious mind ain't always right, sometimes your subconscious mind is not always right. Sometimes you get a feeling about a brother and you completely wrong. You go with that gut feeling, and sometimes you think that that's the spirit talking to you, and no, that's just your subconscious mind. Now, I want to say, when the spirit talks to you, it's the spirit's never going. The Most High is not the author of confusion. I'm gonna get to some precepts in a minute. Most High is not the author. Well, I kind of just, roughly paraphrased one just now. But the Most High is not an author of confusion. He's not going to give you, the Spirit's not going to talk to you and give you some random thoughts in your head and you be wrong. That's not the Spirit. You might be feeling some way and you think that, oh, I'm on to something, and that's just what it is. Your carnal thoughts, or your carnal subconscious thoughts. The prophets, when they heard the voice of God, it was actually audible. They actually heard something. The same way as if I'm talking to you, they heard something. Samuel, when he heard the voice of Yahweh, what did he do? He got up and walked to, I think, Eli, because he thought Eli actually called his name. He thought that the voice that he heard was coming from a different room. I have to go find and locate this voice. And he kept doing it back and forth, and that's when Eli, okay, the Most High trying to talk to him. Why? Because Eli understood that when the Most High talks to him, it's the same way. So he gained peep game, or not game. He understood, because that's how the Most High talked to him. He said, okay, here's what you do. When you hear that voice, say, "Here I am, Lord." And then it commenced. Now, I'm not saying that that's how the only way the Most High talks to you. And I'm saying, yes, the Most High can put something in your subconscious mind. Absolutely. So it's very possible the Spirit could put something in your spirit to where, in your mind and your thought, you have an epiphany. 100%. Most High can talk to you through another brother. In many ways, the Most High can communicate with you. So I'm not saying the Most High can't, but don't be misunderstood that a lot of times when the Most High spoke, it was a audible voice. When the Most High spoke to Job out of the whirlwind, it wasn't just in his head. Now, his friends might not have been able to hear it. That's possible. When Moses talked to the burning bush, he didn't just hear, he didn't just see a burning bush and just heard some voices in his head. He heard an audible voice coming from that burning bush. Right? So the Most High is not talking to us that way right now. So a lot of times our thoughts, we can think that the Most High is revealing something to us in our thoughts. And the thing is, sometimes he does. But sometimes Satan works the same way. He wants to put these carnal thoughts, and sometimes you, like brothers understand, sometimes you rebuke those thoughts. Sometimes you end up rebuking the thought that actually ain't from Satan. Thought could be telling you, man, this brother's off. And you're like, no, this is a brother you rebuking. And that brother actually really could be off. And that is a spirit trying to tell you. And then sometimes the spirit could be telling you that a brother is off. Man, that brother, he ain't doing such and such. Or shall I say, or a spirit could be telling you that. And you think, oh man, it's the spirit. No, that's your subconscious mind. Satan got into you, said some little stuff, and then all of a sudden you believe it. You think that's spirit. Nah, it don't work like that, brother. Nah, it's you get deeper into this thing. It is important to examine yourself, and that's a verse that I want to bring out. 1 Corinthians, or is 2 Corinthians 13? 2 Corinthians 13 and verse 5. Examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove yourselves, know ye not your own selves, how Yahushua is in you, except ye be reprobates. Zone in that word, examine yourself. Examining yourself takes, you have to do that. In order to examine yourself, you got to take time out of your day to give your undivided attention to your actions, how they affect you and other people around you. How actions that you have made or are going to make affect you and other people around you. Directly and indirectly. In the future and presently. In order to examine yourself, you got to look at the wretchedness that we don't want to see within ourselves. Didn't Moses say, show me not my wretchedness? It's natural to not want to see it. You want to see good things about yourself. It hurts to hear bad things about yourself, especially if it's true. If you want to hurt somebody's feelings, you don't got to call them bitch, motherfucker, all X. Just tell them the truth about themselves. I understood that very, very young. Worse than insulting somebody and your mama jokes. You tell somebody the stone cold truth that everybody can relate to and see, but they don't want to say it because they want to remain friends with you or on the good terms with you. All you gotta do is say the truth, and that hurts. That hurts more than anything, because ain't nobody really going to disagree with you because you speaking on behalf of everybody else, and it's true. That's one thing I understood like very young. I want to say maybe about like the 3rd, 4th grade. I understood how hurtful the truth is more so than an insult. So, because we don't want to hear bad things about ourselves. We damn sure don't want to look within ourselves and look for those bad things. But you got to. That's how you got to put off that old man. Another verse, Romans chapter 12, verse 2. I beseech, I'll start with verse 1. Romans 12 and verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies as a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto God, which is in your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. What is you be transformed by the renewing of your mind? This truth is supposed to change you. You're not supposed to be the same person. It's supposed to be able to change your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. How many positive thoughts do you have about brothers? That's a self-examination. It's the same question I'm asking you, you could ask yourself. Like, yeah, it's easy for us to name all the things that we don't like about our fellow brothers in the brotherhood. Oh, this guy cuts me off all the time when I'm speaking, or this guy doesn't do this, or this guy's always late, or that brother always doing this, or our brother's always doing that, or this brother's always late on his half of the rent, or this brother's always this. And matter of fact, all of it might be true. But subconsciously, we're not writing stuff down on paper. But all that's in your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. But in the back of your subconscious mind, or in your conscious mind, in your forefront, can you list as many or twice as many or 7 times as many positive things about that brother? Other than simply just, oh, well, that brother, he got faith. But meanwhile, you can get very, very specific down to the minute details of all of the bad and negative things about particular brothers. All the way down to every 3rd of the month on a Wednesday, this brother does this. Like, you can know all these specific details, but do you know all the specific good details that brother has? That brother's actually very, very knowledgeable in the book of Ecclesiasticus, or that his really strength is in the book of Second Samuel's or in First Samuel's, or this brother is very punctual. This brother is very on time. Like, are you aware of all these positive things that a brother has? Because here the thing is, if you keep thinking these negative thoughts without examining your fellow brother and noticing all the good things about him, if all you can come up with is negative things, then the perception that you just made to yourself is that that brother is bad. And you don't even realize it. You don't even realize because you're not examining yourself. You look at, your text messages and you look back and you talking about a particular brother and everything you say about that brother is bad, and you can't find one positive thing that you said about a brother, you're starting to realize, damn, I really don't think too many good things about him. Yeah, he's a man of God, because he's part of his truth. He goes out on the highways and hedges and he has faith, and that's the extent of the good things that you can say about a brother. If you can get very, very surgical with all the bad, you need to be able to get surgical with all the good characteristics that a brother has. Unless the brother really don't have any good characteristics. You got some brothers who got very, very good skills and very, very specifically good traits and skills. A brother could be excellent as a mechanic, or the brother could be very good with judgment, bringing peace to matters and disputes that brothers have. There's a lot of good traits that brothers have, so you got to be able to examine yourself. That subconscious mind can, have you, if you don't, monitor that subconscious mind as well, you could find yourself that you actually really find yourself to where the point where your whole perception of reality is completely warped and because you half looking at stuff. There's a saying that a half truth is a lie. Right? So if you tell a half story, let's say if I go to police and before I go to the police, I try to rob somebody, and in the midst of robbing them, they wrestled the gun away from me, smacked me, and shot me in the leg, and I was able to get away. But I go to the cops and say, hey man, this guy shot me. I just told a half the story. That's not even half the story. That's like 20% of the story. And there's a saying that a half truth is a whole lie. Telling a half story is a lie. And it is. It's done with the intent to persuade the listener to be on your side. That's why it's important to hear both sides to a story. So a half truth is a lie. And a person that tells lies is a liar. That's why at my job, a person to say some stuff about me, and it could be true, and I'll call them a liar. And I don't even entertain or tell them the other half and spend all my time going all the backstory and well, 3 weeks ago we did this and this led to that, and that's why I had to do this and that's why that, and then boom. And I'm not wasting all my time explaining that. A person say I did something and that could be true, you a liar. Oh, I'm a liar. I don't got proof of it. They can have proof of it. You can show it. You still a liar. And I'll say a half truth is a lie. And a person that is a lie, tells lies, is a liar. That's what I say when I'm at my job. You just told a half truth. And I'll tell them, you tell the whole truth. Other than that, I'm not about to sit here and tell my half of the story while you keep cutting me off and to try to prevent me. So I'm like, nah, y'all can ride whatever. Just know that that's the lie. Because once a person says that, I get to know if they actually do got receipts. Other than that, somebody's lying. It's either me or him. And most people who know me and another individual, they'll start to realize who has a more honorable reputation. And so to bring this point back full circle, how half truth is a lie. If you perceive a brother and you see only half of the things that he does, and the half that you see is bad things, that's a lie, because you just got a warped sense of reality. Because all you see is negativity about it, brother. Because all you can speak about is negativity. If that's all you see, you can't say nothing positive about it if you don't see nothing positive, or shall I say, if you don't notice it. But meanwhile, you can stand on a corner and just look at your brother and look at all these he got a crumb on his lip right there, or man, the elder Yashawamba say, man, we're all men. We're basically sons of Adam. Anybody, we are the flesh. Anybody could just sit here and just point a whole bunch of bad things about somebody. That's easy. Can you look at the good that's in brothers? And on that note, I want to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders GMS Ruel. Peace, salutations, and shalom.